Sometimes we come to our mats with a purpose. So if that's what you want to do today, go for it. It could be a focus on something physical. It could be something, like more calm, ease, flowing through the poses, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm just going to practice. All right, let's start at the top of our mats. Feet about hip width apart. Breath in all the way up. Exhale as you soften the knees. And just feel the head or the crown of your head just really settling or surrendering down in towards to the top of your mat. We're going a little slower just to kind of ease in. Maybe you're a little bit tight depending on where you're coming from today. So that breath in and that lengthening of the spine on your half lift, just enjoy that. Breath out. Start to feel that connection in the back of the thighs with that lengthening of the hamstrings. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Half lift. All the way down. Rise up. One more time. But this time we're going to step back into our plank position. So take the legs all the way back, or take your feet all the way back. Let's drop down to the knees. Find a position that feels good for you. You may want to walk your knees in a little bit closer if you feel like you don't have the ability just yet, just to keep your arms up or to keep that beautiful lengthening in the spine. If you find that your lower back or that your spine is dipping, then that's what the option you want to take. If you feel a little strong today, take the knees a little further back. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Feel like you're pushing the floor away. We're going to shift a little bit forward, keeping the collarbone nice and open and bending at the elbows. Take a pause, and then all the way down. Take the tops of the feet down, roll the shoulders back, inhale, baby cobra. One thing to pay attention to here is not over clenching in the glutes. Feel a support there, but we don't want to be squeezing too hard. Tuck the toes under, pull the belly back. We're going to push back onto the knees. Breath out. Slight pause, toes are tucked, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way through in between the hands. Remember that you can take your hand just behind the calf and help yourself forward. Take the back heel down and set up that heel to arch alignment. Pressing down through the front foot, create that stability there. Inhale, reverse warrior. Now lengthen the front leg and keep reaching through that top arm. Enjoy that stretch. Bending a little deeper through the knees. Spin the arms down. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it through. Reverse. Lengthen as you breathe in. And breath out to spin down. Downward dog. You can see we're hanging out just a little bit longer in the poses today. Breath in, right leg up. Exhale, come through. Spin the back heel down. Reverse. Lengthen, inhale. We're coming down for triangle now, so you may want to take an option where the hand is a little bit higher on the shin, or grab your block, find it a good position on the inside of the foot, settle that arm there, and just watch the alignment here as well, so that wrist is kind of sitting a little under the shoulder. Open up with the top arm. And if you need help to use your block coming into crescent, We're just going to bend that front knee a little bit as the top arm comes down, lift the back heel, and I'm just going to use my block as a little bit of support. So crescent lunge, feet are more parallel, but I'm using that help here, bracing the belly for more help. Inhale, crescent lunge. Okay, remember, you can back off and come a little bit higher if you need to, or go a little deeper. Exhale, take the hands down. Just putting my block aside. If you're ready for it, stay on the toes. If not, back down to the knees. Hug the triceps in, push the floor away. Take the collarbone forward and draw those thumbs in close to one another. Inhale as you shift way under the toes. Exhale, bend the elbows, and then all the way down to the belly. Tops of the feet. Breath in, baby cobra. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Left side, inhale. Exhale. Straighten the front leg, breathe in. Straighten that front leg. And just feel that lengthening of the back leg as well. So you're feeling that tension, you're building the strength there by tensing up a little bit in that back thigh. And then breath out as you come down into your triangle. Grab your block if that's what you need. I'm just checking in here. So I'm pressing down through the mound of the big toe and the front foot. I'm pressing into the outer part of my back foot. And just feeling a really long length through the front of the chest. I'm even pulling up here, so that quad muscle here, I'm just pulling it up to, again, create that strength and that support for the knee. As we come into our crescent, I'm going to back off, bending the front leg, coming back onto, or lifting the heel of the back foot, taking support of that block again. Take 2 blocks if you need to, if you need that support here as well, as you prep for your crescent. Inhale, float the arms up. Maybe you want to stay here and settle in. Just feel the shoulders relaxed, the ribs pulling back, and even this hip kind of hugging back as well. Breath out as the hands come down. Take your chaturanga, your choice, knees or toes. Now just come on down. We're just going to take a moment here. Just cross your arms at the forearms. I'm just going to take my forehead down to the hands. And just now feel a softness in my body. So we were doing a lot of pulling and holding, especially in that triangle pose. Those deep lunges and crescent. So I'm just letting the body soften. Just taking a breath or two and then coming back onto the forearms. We're going to come into half frog, so you may want to grab a strap for this. So I usually set up my strap so that I have a little loop, maybe a little bit smaller than this, right here. I'm going to support myself by drawing in through the waist. Again, that support of the lower back is very important. I'm just going to put my forearm parallel with the front or the top of my mat, drawing the chest back, or the chest, shoulders back and the chest open. And then I'm going to lift up my left knee, or my left foot, taking my left arm back. So you may be looking at me and saying, yeah, right. but it can be done, okay? So even if it's just this, it's just that beginning stage, that prep work. I always say that to my clients. It's really important to just start introducing your body to these things and showing your body that it can be done. So reaching back slightly, still having that and maintaining that support around the waist. If you can reach, this is where you can reach for the inside of the foot, and we're just gonna pull in slightly. Feel a nice stretch through the front of that left thigh. Take your strap if that's what you need. So I would loop that small place or that tiny loop around my foot, and then as if serving a tray of food, I grab hold of the strap and just do a gentle pull in. This is why these props are so important. This helps us again, or guides the body into these poses a little bit at a time. And then I just let that go. Same thing on the other side. I'll grab my strap. If you are feeling too much compression in the lower back, maybe take a moment again just to ease off. Or maybe it's not the pose for you. So it's good to understand that as well. This is how we learn about our bodies. Yoga doesn't mean accomplishing and achieving every pose. It's finding what feels good for the body, but at the same time, challenging it to do better. So let's open up. Take the left arm this time, forearm parallel to the front. I'm gonna bend the right knee. Open up first, see where I'm at. Maybe reaching here, pulling in a little bit if we can get that extra stretch for the front of the thigh, or grabbing your strap. Just a breath or two, and then let it go. Come down for a couple of breaths. Allow yourself to soften. Feel the ribs expand on the inhale. Because you're on your belly, you may want to also imagine sending your breath to the back of the body. So imagine the back of the rib cage just kind of lifting up and out to the sides at the same time. And then we'll come away from that. Press yourself up and grab your block again. Well, I'll have that close by for now. We're gonna take a little variation of pigeon, figure 4. So come onto your back, cross your right ankle over the left knee, and then I'm just gonna thread my right hand in between the legs, left hand on the outside. If this is okay for you, you can lace the fingers and grab the shin. If that's too much, maybe grab underneath the thigh. That may be a lot. So again, my strap. Always here for me. I'm just gonna put that through and lace that, or put that around my thigh, and then I can just slowly encourage that stretch. Feel the length in the neck. So that's important too. Even though we're focusing on doing a little bit of hip opener in this pose, we still wanna think about how the rest of our body is sitting. Sometimes we're not mindful of all of those things. So if you can have a comfortable hand behind the neck, just kind of peek through and rest there, then you're good. If you find that the chin is tucked and the neck is really close, it's hard to get that hand there, that's where we can create some more tension or problems in that area. So just find a nice neutral position. Soften the shoulders. And then slowly release the leg. Other side, left leg crosses. Find your option. And again, we breathe. Let that go. Now we grab our block. We're going to do a little supported bridge here. So finding your sacrum, that nice flat area of the pelvis just above the butt crack. So I'm going to come back onto, or rest on my back, plant my feet, and then a little lift of the hips. I'm going to place my block on its lowest height first. Just find that comfortable position on the sacrum. Make sure that my shoulders are a comfortable distance away from my ears. And I'm going to rest my palms to face up. My arms are just laying out at an angle here, about 45 degrees or less maybe. And it just provides a little nice lengthening, especially after those half frog poses. This can be a nice little offset for that. We're just going to take a little variation of an inversion here too. So we're going to take the legs up. So if it feels a little uncomfortable with the block, you may need to shift it just so that it sits in the right spot so you feel supported with the legs up. Palms are still facing up. And this is a great option or a great gentle way if you've never tried an inversion before. There's so many benefits. Or maybe inversions are not for you because of high blood pressure, potentially if you have glaucoma. Also, that would create too much pressure in the head or in the eyes. So, even though this is a more accessible way to get in, still a good idea to check with your doctor before you give it a try. But inversions just provide this stimulation and rejuvenation and just increasing circulation in the body, and you can start to feel as you sit here for a moment sometimes that nice little tingling and sensation through the body, through the legs, the feet. Slowly bend the knees. Remember, you can hang out there longer if you want. Slowly support around the waist by pulling the belly back, take the feet down. And then just to lift enough to remove the block. Come on down to your mat. Take the legs out. And come in and settle into your Shavasana. Whatever your purpose was today, maybe you had one, maybe you didn't, maybe you just came to your mat just to practice. Whatever it was, just take whatever enjoyment that it provided for you today. And I hope that you'll be able to take that into the rest of your day. Namaste.